Hello kind friends, today I decided to show you all my completed works for 2 months, February and March. It's not that there are too many works, but not too little as well. I think quite a nice number. I'm a slow colorist and I'm quite pleased with my results. And let me start from this book, Sacred Nature by Lydia Hess. It's one of my new coloring books. I like that it's like a proper book with thick cover. Illustrations are very simple, and I bought this book for pure relax. And when I started coloring in it, then I couldn't stop and finished several illustrations in one go, so to say. I use only markers in this book, and look at this, looks very pretty. This is the first page, and then there is this illustration, nice pattern with flowers. The next one is this mandala. Very thick black lines, but I think they look good on this type of illustrations. At least they don't bother me at all. Next picture is peacock. This week we have prompt peacock, and of course I could include this peacock in that challenge, but to be honest, I colored it before, so I'm an honest person. I will show you today because I colored it some time ago, not for this prompt. Anyway, that's my peacock. I like how it turned out, very colorful and pretty. And the last one is another mandala in my favorite colors, lilacs, pink purples. A very lovely book for relaxing coloring. Another relaxing book, Mandalas from Creative Heaven. It's colored by number, but I color my own way, not following their numbers. I still have a lot of gel pens, and so I decided to use them in such type of books because mostly I use jelly rolls for covering black lines where I can, and other gel pens I don't use them often, so I decided to color this type of illustrations and finish all those pens. So this is the first illustration, then another one, pumpkin colors. Looks nice. And the third one is rather summery. This one with butterflies, metallic gel pens on butterflies. Yeah, you can see some shine. I wanted these butterflies to stand out. And marker for the background because rather big space, you can't use gel pens. Now let me show you a few printed pages that I colored during this period of time. The first one is this one. It's from Wild by Nature by Leslie Smitheringale, and I colored it for the prompt kangaroo. I tried to create atmosphere of heat, and also I googled Australian birds and trees and tried to color in same colors as the they live in Australia. And the picture, this girl and kangaroo, very cute, lovely story behind this illustration, I think. So I love it. Everything done with pencils. Next illustration was colored for monthly color along for the theme Arabian Night. It's Genie. And these guys, I believe, Aladdin and Jasmine, modern version. And instead of monkey, there is how you call this animal? I forgot. I used markers, pencils here, and gouache for creating this kind of fairy smoke or something. And there was a lot of black lines here and something that I couldn't figure out what was that. So I covered everything with gouache and it looks nice. Illustration by Chet Minton. This stuff on his head, it's tattoo. Next two illustrations are from Hollow Moon Art and Neleke Schumacher, and it's from The Witcher, I believe. And I colored these two illustrations because I have finished reading The Witcher books, all 8 books. Quite an achievement, I believe. Can't say that it was easy reading. Some books I really liked, some not so much. Some parts were really difficult for me to read because maybe language, maybe names that were used in this book, but I'm glad I finished it. And so I decided to color these 2 main characters, then to use in my diary journal along with some quotes from the books. So this is Geralt. That's why I printed them on a smaller size. And this is Ciri. Everything with pencils and markers. Anyone else out there who finished The Witcher? I haven't watched the movie yet. Next illustration is from Astrology coloring book by Anna Jaren. It's most recent illustration. This is Virgo the Virgin. It's zodiac signs. This picture seems to me drawn in collage style, and so I colored it accordingly, no shading, and it's as if all the elements were glued together on one page to create one picture. Really enjoyed coloring it, mostly colored pencils, a little bit of gel pens and fine liners for these very small flowers. Love her bright yellow dress of this girl. Next picture is very simple. It's from Discworld by Paul Kidby. I colored this picture for the prompt chest. I didn't have much time at the time. And so I decided to color something quick and simple, and it was this illustration. It's very funny besides being simple. Look at this teeth. My next illustration is from a Game of Thrones coloring book by different artists. and I colored this picture for the prompt X. When I showed it for the first time at the time of challenge, after that I worked a little bit more on this illustration because it really bugged me. There was a bit darker spot here because of smashed black ink, and in general I didn't feel satisfied with this illustration, so I tried to cover that blackish spot with gouache, and I think I managed to cover it. You can't actually notice it now. Also, I added these highlights on this egg, and I added more shadows, more depth on this egg, and now I'm happy with this picture. When something bugs me, I can't leave it like that. At first I thought, yeah, it looks nice, let it be, but then no, it kept bugging me until I did everything I could to improve this illustration. Now I like it, so I'm happy I decided to work more on this picture. Next illustration is from Tales from the Stars coloring book by Anna Eva Merzhinska. It's about zodiac signs, and I decided to color my second illustration from this book. Very nice paper, very beautiful illustrations. This picture was one of my favorite in the book, so I decided to color it. Very romantic, beautiful, and so I tried to create this romantic atmosphere with colors, very pastel, pale colors of her dress, classic rose. I like how the stones turn out here, very realistic. On the whole, I'm happy with this picture. Again, this sign is Virgo, and my sign is Cancer. And to be honest, I'm not that happy how artists draw illustrations for Cancer zodiac sign. They're more simple, nothing that much creative, though this one I do like, but generally it's just some crab or some this how you call this part of crab's body. At least this one I like. But like lions or virgin, there are more beautiful, more interesting illustrations for those signs. Look at this, Leo. Anyway, what I can do. The next book is The Princess by Anne Kronheimer, and here I colored this illustration with Arabian Princess. It was for a color along Arabian Night as well. This is like kids book, but very nice illustrations, and actually very simple coloring, enjoyable. I use markers, water-based markers and pencils to create some shading, but in general, like nothing difficult, just enjoying colors. It looks bright, colorful, and I like it. Next illustration was colored in this book, The Nature Mandala by Cynthia Emerle, and this as well was for the prompt kangaroo. Looks nice, this mandala, and there are kangaroos. They are very match this mandala. Sorry, you can't spot them if you look like this. Walls Within Walls, Kerberosanes. Hadn't colored in this book for some time. Such a pity. So many books. And you love them all and you want to color in them all. But how? You can't. So, that was my illustration for the prompt clock. Not my typical colors and not that bright as I usually like my pictures to be, but I felt that way in more calm colors, and I love it too. Another book is Cursed Pirate Girl by Jeremy Bastian, and the picture I colored here is this Commander Girl. On my camera I see that all these colors looks blue, but actually background, octopus, her head are in violet color. I like this picture because of her head, very unusual with this octopus decorating the head, and she's looking nice, such a lovely character. Everything with color pencils. And the last illustration is from Color My Sketchbook by Bennett Klein, Mythic. And here I colored this ghost soldier, phantom soldier. At first I didn't like this illustration, was not one of my favorite here, but it was prompt head and I decided let me color this one. And when I colored it, now I actually like it. Looks interesting. This spooky looking guy with a lot of details on his clothes. That bloody kind of moon or just some kind of light, I don't know. Everything looks nice together and again creates this a bit spooky atmosphere. I like it now. Markers and pencils here. So these were my illustrations that I was able to complete during the last 2 months. I'm pleased with the result, though there are not that many works, but I love them. Actually, I'm pleased with every one of my pictures. Some I like more, of course, some maybe less, but still I'm satisfied. Please comment which illustration is your favorite, which impressed you the most. Always nice to know other people's opinion. And that was all for today. See you next time. Bye.